Hey everyone, Kaylee here. So sorry I'm wearing the same outfit I was wearing in the last video. I've been sick for about 2.5 weeks and I kind of just needed to sit down and film a bunch in one day, so that's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully you guys don't mind too much. So before New Year's I decided that I would do my 2013 resolutions on YouTube, and I thought it was such an original idea that like nobody else would do, and then everybody else did it. So a little bit less original than I anticipated, but I really got my heart set on it. I thought it would be something that would be fun to kind of show you guys and tell you guys about, so hopefully you guys find this interesting. I'm not usually like a big resolution person. I'm somebody that's always trying to improve myself, and I don't wait for milestones to do that, but these were actually things that I was working on last year, and then with getting married and then getting sick and having the holidays and all that kind of stuff, it's just gotten thrown off. So I thought I would re-resolve all of those things just to get myself back on the bandwagon and back into doing that. So hopefully this is fun to hear about, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Resolution number 1 is to read 30 minutes a day. Now I started doing this last year, and I was doing it reading one fictional book and then one non-fictional book. So I had something that was kind of fun to read and something that was a little bit harder to read. And the reason I decided to do that is because I'm somebody who really values having a well-rounded and well-read mind. When I was in college, I was reading 500 pages plus a week and writing a couple thousand words a week, and it was just something that was natural for me to take in a lot of information and have to process a lot and then be able to speak it back out critically and be able to give out my own opinion. And it's something that I really value, being able to do that and being able to think critically about the world. And I've just noticed that over the last 2 years, as I've gotten away from reading as much, and I definitely haven't been writing, that I'm losing it. My mind isn't as sharp as it used to be, and so I want to fight that a little bit and just get back into reading, get my mind back into working a little bit. So I've been doing some stuff. I was reading some philosophy for my non-fictional books, and I've been reading some books to kind of help me with time management and kind of self-motivation and self-discipline. And then for my fictional books, I read The Hunger Games, and I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And I love both of those because they really make you think. I mean, after I stopped reading The Hunger Games, I actually started writing an essay on the different political philosophies within The Hunger Games and how they're compared and contrasted against each other and which one wins out in the end. But I stopped writing it because I didn't have anything to do with an essay on The Hunger Games. Like, I didn't need to trade it in for a grade, and I'm certainly not cool enough to get it published. So I was just like, okay, I guess I should stop that. And then I loved The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. He's one of the vlog brothers here on YouTube. I'm a total nerd fighter, and I love his videos. Check him out if you haven't, put him in the down bar. But I just loved The Fault in Our Stars. I thought it was an amazing juxtaposition of existentialistic versus nihilistic thought and how they deal with the ideas of life and death and finding purpose and meaning in life in the face of imminent death. Or at least the thought of imminent death. I don't know how to say that without being a spoiler, but anyway, I just really enjoyed that book, and so I'm looking forward to continuing to do that over the next year. I have thought about doing video reviews of books that I read on here, just because I think it's very important that whenever you're bringing information in, you're also putting it out, because it makes you process it more, it makes you think through it more. So I was thinking about doing that, and I would try to do more like vlog brother style videos if I did reviews, so it wouldn't be like me just yakking at the camera forever. Hopefully I would make it upbeat and entertaining. I would at least try. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the in the comments. You can't let me know in the down bar. Comments. But anyway, resolution number 2 is to work out 30 minutes a day. Oh my gosh, so cliche. Who did not make that resolution? Because I think everybody did, but I was doing really good about that. Right before the wedding, I was like working out like crazy because obviously I was getting married and I wanted to look good. So I was working out like crazy. And then once I got married and life just kind of happened, and we've still been moving in, and it's just been crazy, and so I have not been working out at all since then. And it's not about like having a certain body type for me. It's not about looking a certain way. It's just your body is meant to be agile. It's not meant to be sedentary. You're not meant to sit around, and when you do, or at least when I do, I just feel gross. I feel so much better when I'm up and moving. I mean, for 14 years I was a dancer and a martial artist, so I was doing like 5 to 7 hours of physical activity a day, and going from that to an absolutely sedentary lifestyle has not been good for me. I got sick in college for a couple years, and I wasn't able to do any kind of physical activity, and so I understand why I'm at the place that I am, but I don't want to be here anymore. So I'm trying to really work and build back up to, you know, a more fit place. And I really want to start running more because for whatever reason, running is the toughest thing for me. I don't even know. Even when I was really fit, I hated running. And right now I feel like it's like this nemesis that I just want to beat, you know? I just want to be able to beat running. So I'm thinking about that once the weather gets warmer, because right now it's kind of really cold outside all the time. But once it gets warmer and I can go for a run, I really want to like start pushing that and trying to do that more. So that is resolution number 2. Number 3 is to overhaul my YouTube channel. Now I don't mean that I'm gonna stop making hair tutorials, but I just want to rethink the way I do everything, because I look back at my videos from last year, like pre-wedding, and I had just gotten into a rut. I was editing every single video the exact same way. And it's not that I didn't care, it's just that I had so much on my plate. And I know looking back that I put my heart and soul into everything that I did, and I don't, you know, regret any of that, but I just look at it now and I'm like, you know what, now that I have a little bit more time and more creative energy, I can do so much better. And so I'm really trying to push myself in the way that I put my videos together and the kind of videos that I do, just to kind of step it up, step the quality up, step up the production value, and step up the kind of stuff that I'm doing on my channel. I'd love to mix in some makeup tutorials and maybe product reviews and stuff like that, just to kind of jumpstart my own creativity, because I feel like when you make the same kind of video over and over again, it just gets a little bit tedious. And so I kind of want to just break that up and try something new. So that's what my goal is for this next year with my YouTube channel, is just to completely overhaul it. So that by the time I finish 2013, I can look back and be genuinely proud of everything that I created and genuinely proud of all the changes that I made and how hard I worked. So that's my goal number 3, and you guys can actually help me with that. Honestly, I need your feedback. Please don't ever forget that you guys are absolutely essential to my channel. Obviously, I need people watching my videos, but even more than that, I need to know that I'm making videos that the people that are watching them like. So I want you guys to definitely comment and tell me when you like something in my video. Tell me what it is, you know. And if you like something or you like a video that I make, hit the like button, leave me a comment, share it with your friends, whatever you want to do. That's how I know that a video is doing well, is when it's getting liked and commented well on and shared around the internet. And if those things aren't happening, then I know I need to keep trying more things. I need to keep mixing it up. And, you know, conversely, if you don't like something, you definitely, if you want to, hit that dislike button. Please, if you ever hit the dislike button on my videos, comment below and tell me why. You know, constructively if you can, but just so I know, because just seeing a dislike doesn't help me at all. But if somebody comments below and they're like, you know, I liked it better when you used to do voiceovers, or I would like it better if I could see this more clearly, or I would like it better if you didn't do this kind of hairstyle anymore, it helps me. It really helps me to understand what's going on wrong and what's going right and all that. So please remember that you are very important to me, and I don't just say that. I have always really had a channel that was driven by my viewers and driven by what my viewers like and what they want. And I don't want you to ever feel alienated from that. I don't want you to ever feel like I don't care. So remember that as I'm going through 2013, is I'm looking to you guys to give me direction and to give me feedback so that I know how I'm doing, so that I can really, really achieve that goal that I'm going for. Okay, so resolution number 4. This one's kind of personal, but I wanted to throw it out there just because I think it does affect my YouTube channel, and it is to be more open. Now, this is something that I have fought for years because I am a very quiet person. I like to be in my shell. I don't like to get out of my shell, and it's very, very comfortable in this little shell that I call my home. But I know that it's not healthy for me, you know, and I am an open person in some ways. You know, if you were to come up to me on the street and ask me a question about my life, I will tell you the answer. It doesn't bother me. But sometimes just letting people in and letting people get to know me and be my friend, it's hard for me. So it's something that I really do need to focus on, and I do need to make having friends and getting out there more a priority. Not that I don't have friends, but that it's not a priority in my life like it should be, just because it is a little scary for me. So it's something that I do want to push myself to do. And I say that because on YouTube, I actually noticed that I was doing the same thing. I was doing these videos and hiding behind being really instructional and doing as much as I could to keep my personality out of my videos. I just didn't want people to really get to know me on YouTube. I didn't want to put myself out there because I was just afraid of what people would say. And that's honestly why like this channel has suffered a little bit, because I've been making videos for this channel, but whenever I look back at the videos, I'm just like, oh no, people are gonna think that that's weird, or why did I say that? That's so weird, that's awkward, why would I can't post that on the internet, you know, just things like that. And I would just really critique myself and be really hard on myself, and it kept me from doing that, and it kept me from being creative on my main channel. So it's something that I'm really pushing myself to get through. It's gonna be really, really hard. Like, making myself work out and read is gonna be easy. Making myself be open, I've never done that before. So it's gonna be really interesting. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna go. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I know that it's necessary. You know, I can, like, it's one of those things, like, you can look back in your life and you can see all those things that made you the way you are and all the things that made me shy, but at the end of the day, it's in my past, and I am who I am today, and I can only affect who I am going forward, and I'm just really ready to not be this shy and closed off anymore. So, yes, yeah. That's what I'm working on. So those are my 4 resolutions for 2013. Comment below and tell me what your resolutions are, or if we have any of the same resolutions, that would be really cool. If you're also like me and you're kind of shy, can you like tell me in the comments, because I'm feeling really awkward now that I put that out on the internet, because that's kind of like a lot to just like throw out there. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, if anybody else ever feels like that, please let me know, because sometimes I feel really alone being like that. I don't know. Anyway, and hopefully this hasn't been too up close and personal. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will see you in my next video, and that's it. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.